meeting up with, who was coming to his city for his protection. So I want to bring something to everybody's attention. Everybody looking at the fact that Lil Cam Shooter was the main one who was watching Takeoff 2 hours before the shooting even happened. I want everybody to pay attention closely to what Gilly and Wallow said. Feds are stating that Cardi B forced a lot of people upon this path to basically speculating everything with this conjunction with Takeoff, and Takeoff, what that basically brought to the whole city of Houston. It made it show that he had no sympathy for the people who he was basically. We can put all the pieces to this puzzle together now. That is why Offset swung on J. Prince Sr. and Mike Prince tried to break it up. Okay, it's aired out there now. Everybody want to have the fact of what's really going on when we all can really look at this and really take full initiative to this. Lil Cam stated that the prosecutor was leading him basically to say certain things and basically deny certain excruciating evidence in this conjunction. I want everybody to know that we know what happened at the bowling alley is on footage, and Migo Bandz, he upped the Blicky before anybody even started arguing. So I want to let y'all know, when you out in public, when you out with a whole bunch of street guys, man, y'all know for a fact you have to be safe. You have to be cautious. You have to look at all surroundings. You know Migo Bandz initiated everything because Lil Cam saw Migo Bandz up the Blicky. Once Migo Bandz up the Blicky, Migo Bandz started blowing. Boom, boom, boom. Next thing you know, Lil Cam ran up, grabbed Takeoff. Everybody know what happened. It's in the footage. And I want everybody to really be cautious of J. Prince Jr. walking over Takeoff and not giving, like, not caring. Cardi B was shocked at the prosecutor's line of questioning. I want y'all to know one thing. I want to send my condolences out to Takeoff and his people. Like, at the end of the day, we know for a fact Takeoff and Quavo, they rock with the GDs from Atlanta. Everybody know for a fact that it's more people riding for Takeoff than they was riding for J. Prince Senior when that situation happened. I want y'all to really look at it, man, because they picking sides now. And when you start choosing and picking sides, y'all already know it's going to be a line in the firearm. Like, at the end of the day, man, get caught in the crossfire. I want everybody to know that it's a short line between everything that's going on. We got to understand that we need to open our eyes to the fact that Offset, he know Quavo had something to do with this, and Gilly and Wallow, they vouched for it. They agreed on everything that went on. Offset, he only gave the feds what they needed to know. And I want to let y'all know that by him even coming out and basically putting everything on the table, it goes to show that. And then next thing you know, when everybody look back at the footage, you see Takeoff was talking to Quavo, whatever Quavo whispered in his ear before he got sent up. People need to go back and look at the fact that Lil Cam, he had his hands in his hoodie, man. If he would have never had his hands in his hoodie and then pulled out the blick and up and started blowing, like, somebody could have saw him instantly pulling his hands out of his hoodie. This is what goes to show. Y'all got to be careful with the company you keep. That J. Prince Sr. paid Wallow and Gilly. And the thing is, he didn't just pay one of them and did it under the table. He basically exposed the whole MobTies Rico. It ain't no joke when your own people telling on you. That's why you got to be cautious of the people who you have in your inner circle. And again, this goes out to MobTies. I want to let y'all know what the feds is bringing forth to the table. A 23-page indictment stating Moneybagg Yo was the main one who basically, he gave Black Youngster the $90,000 to give to J. Prince Jr. And it's all coincides and ties into everything that just happened with Takeoff getting sent up. I want you guys to know that Moneybagg Yo instantly, he rushed to J. Prince Sr. He told him, like, keep my name out of it. We already got enough going on as it is. Offset not too happy about it because a lot of people heated due to the fact of one thing and one reason only. Everybody know that you got to be cautious of the people you be around. And then next thing you know, when everybody look back at the footage, you see Takeoff was talking to Quavo, whatever Quavo whispered in his ear before he got sent up. People need to go back and look at the fact that Lil Cam, he had his hands in his hoodie, man. If he would have never had his hands in his hoodie and then pulled out the blick and up and started blowing, like, somebody could have saw him instantly pulling his hands out of his hoodie. This is what goes to show. Y'all got to be careful with the company you keep. Offset, he only gave the feds what they needed to know. And I want to let y'all know that by him even coming out and basically putting everything on the table, it goes to show that J Prince Sr. paid Wallow and Gilly. And the thing is, he didn't just pay one of them and did it under the table. He basically exposed the whole MobTies Rico. That exposing him is at its highest. I want y'all to really look at everything that Cardi B even put out there. She gave the feds everything they needed to know and basically implemented J Prince Sr. and what happened with Takeoff when Lil Cam ran to the car. And then next thing you know, it was the second getaway car that picked Lil Cam up. Right before Lil Cam hopped in that second getaway car, he passed the Blicky to J Prince Sr. And J Prince Sr., he wiped it off with this blue towel. I want y'all to really look at what's going on because at the end of the day, it's RIP Takeoff or none because DJ Academics, he feel that Offset.
You forgot? Remember when you called up on me and I came to LA and met with you because you was nervous about your wife performing because she had them issues about using the word flute.
It's multiple people in Offset circle who went back and ran and told J Prince Sr. what was going on and how he felt about the whole situation with Takeoff. I want to let y'all know one thing that we need to keep in mind, that it's a lot of lives at stake. We got to be mindful of the things we do and the people we keep around us because one slip up and all your business is out in the open and now everybody know where you stay at, everybody know where you going, everybody know your whereabouts. If you know for a fact RIP Takeoff before anything, we know for a fact that the Prince has been in business for a long time and a lot of people got sent up behind them. I know that a lot of people can really open their eyes and understand this is a revolving door and we got to really pay attention to what's going on because people know that the Prince, they took sides with Gilly and Wallow, and Gilly and Wallow, they kind of was out of line. No, they weren't kind of, they was out of line at the end of the day. Offset walked in there 3 deep. You can't get mad at him for going to check up on the status of everything that happened with his nephew. Respectfully, he walked up in there under a certain criteria to the point where he was only 3 deep. There's no way they should have even called security. And J Prince Jr., his little cousin, he was the main one who ran at the back. All Offset wanted was the footage and to basically let them know, G-check them about don't come to his girl. Don't ever sidestep and come to nobody girl and question they girl about no business that y'all got going on behind closed doors. It's a lot of people out here don't really understand the fact that life too short. You got to open your eyes to the fact that Takeoff got sent up at his untimely demise. RIP Takeoff, man.
Folks, I just heard the second audio of J Prince going off on Offset. I just want to say that's bogus because folks already know. J Prince, he already know that Offset, he's grieving right now. And along with that, Offset still haven't came out his body and said that J Prince Jr. MobTies had anything to do with Takeoff untimely demise. So I agree with Offset. If J Prince had an issue, he should have called him, especially dealing with some hearsay on social media. He say he heard Offset talking about it. But again, to do an interview and act like I'm the one that's talking about y'all on social media, when Offset right, that's like J Prince's 4th interview talking about the whole Takeoff situation, man. Because the folks know he feel guilty. J Prince, he's been trying to do everything to hide the fact that his son's MobTies got something to do with Duke the Jeweler and Takeoff untimely demise. I mean, look how J Prince, he was not only going in on Offset, he had a few words for Migo Bandz. Because Migo Bandz was the one who told the people that Jazz gave him the burner. Just pay attention to J Prince's tone and how it changed. when he started talking about Migo Bandz. He even stated he wished the shell would have hit Migo Bandz and not Takeoff. You shouldn't have wished that upon nobody, man. You don't want nobody in there taken out, because if it do, it's all gonna fall back on you, because it's your son's private party event. What are you talking about, fam? So the results would have still been the same. It would have still been, hey, the MobTies got somebody sent up again. He just gotta watch what come out his mouth. So folks, he gotta think before he speak. He say he a thinking man. Hey, a thinking man is not gonna go on social media stating how he wish somebody would have caught the shells instead of another person. And also having a back and forth with a young cat on social media who we all know. Nobody seen Offset say anything bogus about J Prince or his son's MobTies. And if he did, he has a reason too. And for J Prince to go on and say, why didn't nobody see you on stage at the Grammys performing with Quavo? That ain't got nothing to do with you, J Prince. That's between Quavo and Offset. If they say they ain't want to do the show together, that's between them. They didn't have to. Guess what? The show still goes on, because Quavo, he was still able to perform. So what's your reason on bringing that up? Hey, I stated before, G, that whole interview that they did, it didn't benefit them or it didn't solve what happened with Duke the Jeweler or Takeoff, because nobody got real answers. Takeoff family or Duke the Jeweler family. It's just a bunch of mixed emotions is all I see, man. Mostly coming from the OG, J Prince. Man, we just gotta do better, and that's real. Yeah, to bring up a man, wife, and family, Offset has every reason to feel the way he feels towards J Prince. And matter of fact, as a man, J Prince, he should know better than that.
Now, J Prince, if you stated yourself that you've been knowing the Amigos for over 10 plus years, then Offset is right. If you had an issue with him personally, you should have called him. And it's funny how the young person is viewed to be more mature in this whole situation. And that's Offset, because Offset is right. He ain't said nothing this whole time about J Prince Jr. MobTies having something to do with Takeoff untimely demise. Man, let's say rest in peace to Takeoff, condolences to his family, and much love to all my folks in the ATL. Of course, Offset has the same questions as everybody else, and that's why didn't Takeoff make it back home to his family. And Offset has a right to feel the way he does, man, because that's real family right there you speaking on. And again, J Prince, you crossed the line when you spoke on that relationship that you don't know of. Man, I stated before, it's crazy how these dudes is doing anything for attention, man. And to me, for J Prince to go on social media and have a back and forth with Offset, I feel like he's looking for attention. But look at the attention that he seeked, he's not agreeing with it, because how he put himself out there. I mean, nobody thought that he was going to bring up Offset's name the way he did, and then want to bring up all the times he has helped Offset. If you're a real genuine person, you looked out for somebody, because that's part of life, especially if you're familiar with how the game is played. So to say, yeah, man, when you call me because your wife had an issue based on a show she had in LA, and you call me because you had an issue with Sauce Walker, then you got Whack 100 on the other end saying, yeah, man, you called me when you had an issue with them Crips. Yeah, man, you called me when you had the issue on the other side of LA. Yeah, man, you called me. Come on. There's a bunch of other people, again, who aid and assisted J Prince, who feels the same way. But they ain't saying nothing, man. That's why I say as black men, we have to. You got somebody from Houston who goes by the name of Sauce Walker, who even states himself, hey, man, you know how many times I helped out J Prince Jr. when he had an issue out here? And not only that, Sauce Walker say it's not cool for J Prince to bring up his name because he got an issue with Offset. He say, man, keep that between y'all two. I ain't got nothing to do with that. He say, matter of fact, me and Offset, we made up from that issue that we had a few years back. So there's no reason for J Prince to bring that up. And matter of fact, while we speaking on people getting aid and assisted when they having issues, that's something that Whack 100 speaks on. Whack 100 say, man, you know how many times I had to help out J Prince when he was out here? The times the Crips pulled up on him and was gonna get him for his chains? Whack 100 say, I was there to assist that man. And not only that, what about with J Prince artists YBN Namir and YBN Almighty J was getting their chains snatched? What about the people who assisted to make sure they got their chains back, man? See, y'all just gotta pay attention, because what a lot of folks is saying is that J Prince, the more he speaks, he put his foot in his own mouth. Because again, there's no reason for him to bring up the times that he aided and assisted Offset when he had an issue in the music industry. That's what you there for. You say you've been in the game for over 30 years, so it should be your pride and joy to assist the young cats when they need help. Matter of fact, I believe that's what NBA Youngboy spoke on before. When NBA Youngboy got his crib broke into, the first thing that J Prince do is go on social media and make a post saying how he got NBA Youngboy keys back from his house being broke into. Y'all seen the way that NBA Youngboy went off on J Prince? He said, man, you could have called me personally. If you got my keys and you know who did it, why is you posting it on social media? You know my brother, fam. So now, If we look at Offset, we could see the issue that Offset has with J Prince. Because J Prince, he's overstepping his boundaries, man.
You forgot? Remember when you called up on me and I came to LA and met with you because you was nervous about your wife performing because she had them issues about using the word flu? You forgot? Remember when you and Sauce Walker was beefing and you wanted me to stamp that bullshit? You forgot that too? I can go on, but I think you remember now. See, this is the reason I say blood make you kin and loyalty make you family, because of mothers like you that have stuck a knife in the back of the ones you call your brother. Explain. Since you're a real ass nigga, explain to the people the real reason why you weren't on that stage at the Grammys with Quavo, who you call your brother, for the tribute. You ain't man enough to do that because you what we call a tender nigga.
He's speaking on issues that has nothing to do with him, man. Why is J Prince bringing up the relationship between Offset and Takeoff? He don't know their relationship like that. Similar to a lot of people don't know the relationship between J Prince and his sons. Now, dealing with this, you do have a lot of folks saying, hey man, J Prince, the reason why he going at Offset because he's trying to change the narrative based around his sons having something to do with Duke the Jeweler and Takeoff untimely demise. But I do feel where a lot of folks is coming from. And that's J Prince. He didn't make it no better. He doing too much, man. You supposed to be the OG. You supposed to be the level-headed cat that's not having a back and forth with a youngster.
He warned Offset like he'll set anybody up, man. Like, I want y'all to know what's really going on, man. And we all know for a fact what happened with Takeoff. And Mike Prince spoke out and started crying. But people saying that MobTies was the one that sent Takeoff up. So why is y'all crying? Gilly just trying to find out why did academics walk up in there and give all the information that they needed. I want y'all to pay attention. J Prince Sr., he not taking this too lightly because he looking at academics for the simple facts like, boy, I should send them people at you. I realize I should send them goons at you for one reason, respect. I want y'all to really look at everything that's going on. Church. I want y'all to really look at everything and take heed to it because J Prince Sr., he looking at everybody around him and he ain't trusting none of them because he said somebody dropped the ball. He said real bosses don't move like that. He said bosses only move under a certain criteria of standards. Feds are stating that Cardi B forced a lot of people upon this path to basically speculating everything with this conjunction with Takeoff and Takeoff. Everything that happened when J Prince Jr. stepped over his corpse, y'all know what that basically brought to the whole city of Houston. It made it show that he had no sympathy for the people who he was basically meeting up with, who was coming to his city for his protection. So I want to bring something to everybody's attention. Everybody looking at the fact that Lil Cam Shooter was the main one who was watching Takeoff 2 hours before the shooting even happened. I want everybody to pay attention closely to what Gilly and Wallow said. They stated a lot of things that's really gonna implement who set Takeoff up. RP Takeoff.
Okay, well, what's crazy, what I think about the whole situation is this, man. Dude fraudulent, man. You know what I'm saying? That he ain't cut like that. Your old man paid away, dog. You trying to be something that you ain't, for what? You trying to live his legacy. He done paid away and made a name for himself, but how he going about that, bro, he just going about it the wrong way. How he trying to push it in excuse me. How he trying to put everything in the right perspective. And with his thought process and his frame of mind, man, if he gonna be a leader, dog, that ain't how a leader, man, set a trend, man, because ain't nothing.
Like a weapon on them. What you mean? The people who got the weapon on them is with you. How dumb do you sound? Like, real talk. Some people gotta know that, okay, this don't look right. This look fishy. I'm finna do some investigation on it. Like, y'all know, people get set up left or right. Yeah. Man, they gotta take off chain, man. That chain worth 1 M. I want y'all to really look at that, man. RIP Takeoff. Everybody know for a fact that it's too many people who play the role in this, but in a sense, you can't get mad at nobody for what they do. You can't get mad at nobody, because we know one thing. We know the main characters that play the role in this, Lil Cam. And then don't forget about DJ Pat. What's the update on DJ Pat? He just out. Yeah, DJ Pat he's just out. You feel me? He bonded out. No house arrest. Y'all gotta look at the strategic move that's been played in this, man. Because at the end of the day, we know for a fact that Wallow and Gilly, they kind of made a bad decision by letting them even ask certain things out on the show about an open Rico case. You can put your finger on the fact that everybody sit back and look at the fact how it went viral so quick. And the only reason it went viral was because J. Prince Sr. went in on Takeoff. I don't blame Takeoff for even retaliating. At the end of the day, we can't take this stuff for granted, man.
This police report, where he's, killing on everything. He can tell on Jazz, and moving on to say he was trying to be robbed, and don't nobody want to rob. Them little dudes. The last thing they would have done, violated and tried to rob Quavo. Me and Quavo done walked in the hood of Fifth Ward, me, him, and Jazz, by ourselves. The whole hood.
So you mean to tell me that Quavo had more, he had more protection in Fifth Ward than Takeoff, and they was together? Tell me someone going on behind the scenes.
By the time we hit a few corners, we had 100 plus walking with him. You know what I mean? So he know firsthand, but no, that's like a lie. Justify that dumb shit that he done. And, that's just the root of the shit, man. If I could change it, I would change it. If I was God, I would have reached and grabbed and stopped the bullet from getting the loved one, because I love him that much. You know what I mean? But I was in the bed sleep.
Just to elaborate on that, man. I think, like I had spoke before and said, that the biggest thing is just me thinking about that whole night and that whole situation, to where, like you guys spoke on, how so many speak about the family, how one should be in control, why it happened, this, that, and another. You know what I'm saying? Well, we not God. Believe him. We don't fear no man. You know what I'm saying? Because we follow him, first and foremost. And personally, I asked myself, was it anything else that could have been done to manicure that situation? You know what I'm saying? Because, we so
positive that he's leading towards a positive example for us, because industry, man, that's a cutthroat. That's just like the streets, bro. And then the killing part, why the brothers get all this money? Now they want to start beefing, bro. If it's anything, man, they ain't want for me. They got anything that is in the world, man. All that is just Satan, bro. All that is, anything about this whole movement, bro, and MobTies and all that, when the feds come down on that RICO Act and all that, man, that ain't nothing nice. You hear me, bro?
Yeah.
I already got to say about that, bro, because for real, all this stuff is real deep, bro. And now, okay, everybody want to be the man, right? But when everything hit the fan, though, bro, when it comes down to all that, watch what everybody gonna do, bro.
They gonna duck their tail.
Huh?
They gonna real live fall back and they gonna try to clean up and cover up everything that went on at the bowling alley and everybody saw the video. Do we have to remind them again that Lil Cam ran up behind Takeoff and Lil Cam was with the security that's supposed to have been protecting Takeoff?
Yeah, it's obvious, bro, that was on y'all watch, bro. That's just like if I'm from Illinois, I'm from Chicago, okay, and vice versa. You came down on my time, and I'm supposed to pay for your security, and my entourage gonna handle everything. And then if something happened to you, and you come down on my time, and I'm supposed to have your back, bro, how this gonna make? When everything hits the fan, how this gonna make everything look, bro? And it's just I Duke the Jewel and everything. Man, for real, bro, it's real serious, bro. I want to see my comments, though, bro.
Yeah, because it's real live. It's heating up for Houston. At the end of the day, we know for a fact that this is a revolving door, man. And I know for a fact that people sitting back looking at it like, why would Mike Prince start really like... Hey, they think they run Houston. At the end of the day, yeah, it is sad. It's no reason the people who was there shouldn't have been questioned by the feds. Why was it that everybody was able to go home while Takeoff people was the only ones had to stand right there and wait for the ambulance to come and everything, man? Like at the end of the day, folks, a lot of y'all from the streets, so y'all know. People really need to fall back with certain things, man, and really look at things for what it is. The Fed's not taking this too lightly. Hey, Sweet Baby, exposing what's going on in the case. That's why Offset spoke out. Offset only said something because they did 5 interviews, and people can really look at that and be like, hold on, why'd y'all study doing interviews basically saying how like Takeoff family feel when really they ain't even talk to the family? Offset exposed it.
It's crazy, man. You hear me, bro? Because, like I say now, and then, you know, when it first hit the fan, I'm just saying, like, how they were saying with Houston, how they were saying with the police force and a lot of, because they family got a lot of ties with that. So that's
they said they family got a lot of ties with, they connected, basically, and that's why they able to go through MobTies and realize, like, place to set up on Takeoff. Like, at the end of the day, they said Quavo was involved, and Quavo, he was the one who got the text message right before it all happened. They text him and told him step outside the bowling alley.
So let me ask you this here, bro. It's obvious. You can easily put 2 and 2 together, like what you just said. I just heard your story, and I heard everything that you said.